How higher interest rates can actually help you as a buyer. Let me explain how this works. So when interest rates rise, so does inventory. And inventory rises because there's fewer buyers. They're sitting on the fence and they're waiting for interest rates to drop. But in this case, what I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to add a graphic on here for everybody to see. I'm not going to go through it now. But what typically takes place is when interest rates rise, so do inventories. And when they drop, then inventory drops. And then there's lots of buyers out there. We've talked about this before, but this is a really good article that came from Keeping Current Matters. And I want to kind of highlight some of the things they talk about just to kind of reinforce how this can really help a buyer in their negotiations when purchasing a home. So we right now, as a country, we have the most homes on the market since 2019. And if you remember, you may not remember, but in the real estate world in 2020 and 2021, during and right after COVID, the market blew up. Interest rates were at 3%. Inventory was really low. There was 30 offers on each home and prices were skyrocketing. And prices were skyrocketing because there were fewer homes. This July was actually the best July for inventory since 2019. And this is why higher rates may actually help. So you as a buyer aren't under pressure to make an offer really fast. You have options. You can negotiate. Your negotiating power is much higher. And so by negotiating, maybe you can get that property for a lower amount than what it's actually listed for. We're starting to see a shift in the market in the Twin Cities area, 13 county metro area. And although we are still seeing multiple offers, those homes are usually priced about 10% below market value. There are other homes that are sitting on the market that are either at market value or higher. And so as a buyer, you can come in and maybe get that property for less. And as soon as rates do drop, and we don't know when that's going to happen, they've been talking about that for a while, then the market's going to go crazy again. So as a buyer, if you're out there, think of this. You can always claw back that interest rate when they drop, but you can't claw back the price. So meaning buy low now, you're going to pay a higher interest rate, but when those drops, you can refinance it to a lower rate. Rates are expected to hold into the mid to upper sixes throughout this year. And that means two things. Inventory growth is in the forecast to pick up a little bit throughout the rest of this year. So inventory, they're saying, is going to rise. And inventory is projected to close the year at a historically normal level around where it stood at the end of 2019. For buyers, this is a win. I'm going to read this for you. I wrote this a little bit. Even with today's rates aren't your favorite, they're helping the number of homes on the market grow. This goes back to what I said a few minutes ago. More homes for sale can mean more choices, more room to negotiate, and less pressure for you as the buyer. So the bottom line, the number of homes for sale is growing slowly but surely, and that means more options for you to move. So if you want to see what's available in your area, if you want to see how long homes are sitting on the market, feel free to reach out. I'm here to help. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.